Everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name's Caitlin and today I'm going to be talking you through Glen Sound's ever so popular GS-CU001 commentary units. And in doing so, hopefully I'll explain to you why I've sold thousands of them and also why they're trusted and loved by broadcasters in so many places around the world. Now, we designed the original CU001 nearly 20 years ago, and because of its popularity, we completely redesigned the internals a couple of years ago to make the GS-CU001 Mark II. When we redesigned this, we purposefully changed very little about the aesthetics or features, but instead we improved the audio quality and added even more mechanical structural resilience. If you go on the GS-CU001 section of our website, you'll find lots of different types such as GS-CU001B, D, C, DC, CD, E, F, etc. And each letter differentiates different and usually additional features from the standard B unit. And the website lists changes to and from the standard B version. The CU001B is by far our most popular unit, whilst the CU001G Mark II is our second most popular, and generally we kind of only sell handfuls of the other ones each year. Now, a little bit confusingly, each different type is available in two versions. Version 1 has electronically balanced audio inputs and outputs, and this is always the lowest cost version. Now, back in the good old days, before I was born, electronically balanced audio input and output circuits were nowhere near as reliable as they are now. But the ones which were designed more recently, just a few years ago, and also fit our commentary units, are very robust and can survive pretty much anything that gets thrown their way. Now, there used to be a version 2, but this one isn't relevant anymore, so the other version is version 3. This has transformer balanced audio inputs and outputs. The talkback circuits use a good general purpose quality transformer, and the program outputs use a very high quality large core transformer from the renowned Swedish transformer manufacturer Lundell. Generally, if you're using your CU001 a couple of times a week, or if it's permanently installed in an off-tube booth, then version 1 is completely fine to use. However, if you're on the road and broadcasting 7 days a week, then we would suggest that the genuine isolation from the outside world that a transformer provides is certainly worth the extra bit of money. So now I'm going to briefly run you through the facilities of the ever so popular CU001B Mark II. But as I said earlier, just check out our website for differences from the CU001 model to the other ones. The CU001B Mark II is a traditional 2 commentator plus guest style unit. The main commentators here have full facilities, whilst the guest just has an on-air mic circuit and the choice of monitoring the same headphone sources as either of the main commentators. Each main commentator has 6 front panel headphone volume controls, and each volume control has an associated left, both, or right wing switch for routing that audio source into one or both of the ears. 5 of the audio sources are fed directly from rear panel inputs, and the 6th source is a mix of the other commentators but doesn't include their own voice. There's also a 7th audio source for each main commentator, and this is located out of the way on the rear panel. And this is side tone, which is the commentator's own voice in their own ears. As it's designed to be used in noisy areas, the headphone outputs on the unit can produce very high levels. Now, we do strongly recommend that you check your local noise at work regulations in your country and take the appropriate action to prevent any hearing damage to your lovely commentator's ears. Each commentator has a front panel microphone input, just here, which can be switched between mic and line, and they also have 48 volt phantom power that can be turned on or off if required. There's also a robust input gain pot provided to allow adjustment of the level by -20 to +10 dB from our present lineup, which incidentally is different whether phantom power is turned on or off. The commentator's inputs are fed internally through a very low noise and high performance mic amplifier, and the inputs of these are fed through our renowned compressor limiter system that's designed specifically for commentary work. These big red square switches operate as on-air switches for each commentator, and the three coloured round ones next to it route the commentator's mic to the talkback outputs. You can configure the operation of these switches to personalise them in a way that works well for you. The clear, simple LED PPM lights up when a commentator's mic is switched on to program to provide confidence for the operator, but of course it's still accurate enough to be used as an engineering tool for setting a line-up. Also, underneath this very useful carrying handle on the back of the unit are 5 audio inputs to the headphone circuits, and there are also individual outputs to each of the commentator's mic, a mixed output to all 3 mics, and talkback output. The local record output is a domestic level unbalanced output derived from the main program mix output. The power is supplied by an internal mains power supply, which is actually suitable for use anywhere in the world. There's also a DC input that accepts single rail 9 to 18 volt sources. And finally, on the rear panel, we have this very useful GPO 9-pin D connector, which provides reliable solid-state relay outputs when mic or talkback circuits are in use. And that's it. Although this was a very quick rundown on the CU001 commentary units, I do hope that you've learned something about them. And if there is anything that you still do want to find out about these or any of our other products at Glensound, then head over to www.glensound.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.